Hi guys, this is, I promised the last reading in many I've done today. And it's something that I've been thinking about a lot today, well, in the last few days, okay? So it's about the Koch brothers. I've done a reading, I think one reading on them, okay? And it showed that the laws will be changed, okay? That will curb their power. And that's what I remember. I feel like they are somehow involved in this whole thing, but I don't know. And I find the more it's like I don't want to get into this because I've said before that until the Trump election, I was sort of like more of a distant observer of politics. And I remember reading on and off about these guys, and I was like, whoa, it's almost like a caricature of evil. I was like, well, people are not that bad. Like, it's like I almost feel like these people, like, I wouldn't read too much into it or I wouldn't care too much. But then this happened, and you understand how those people really created the situation we're in, pretty much. The donors created this class of politicians like Paul Ryan and Mike Pence, who are engaging in a war against the general population, okay, and a war against women in many ways. So I have a sense, and this is the thing I've noticed, because I'll just go say, people in technology, many people in technology are libertarians, okay, so libertarians enjoy a kind of like relatively benign reputation in the mainstream. Also because the Koch brothers spend so much money on like massive PR campaigns that we don't even know about, okay? So at the same time, when you connect the dots, what is a little odd is that the libertarians and the Russians have the same goals, okay? Literally, they want to destroy the government. That's, if anything, right? They want to kill all the regulations. And I feel like the sociopathy of people like the Koch brothers is such that they don't get that the Russians are not doing it for them. Like they're not, it's like they don't care. This is how dangerous they are. It seems like they don't care that whatever happens after the government is sort of toppled or whatever, right, is destroyed, if like in the way they envision this. So I feel like they're very smart people who had to give it to them, okay? So you have to be an idiot to not see the connection with the Russians and the fact that they have done nothing to stop it, okay? So to me, it's very obvious, right? So then I feel like more and more guys, and people like, what's his name? That guy, that Rand Paul and his dad, Ron Paul. And it's like they're on Russian television. I just feel like there's more to it, okay? And then I was like, maybe find out more about these people. And there was like some documentary. I just can't watch the whole thing. It's too upsetting. A documentary on them. And literally their dad has been close to the Russian for years, worked like in the 30s or something. It's like too upsetting. But it's like, oh yeah, the Russians, of course, they've done business with the Russians like back in the day. So they're like totally fine with it. It's not news for them. So this is what I wonder. Okay, what is the connection between the Koch brothers and the Russians? And have the Koch brothers help the Russians in some way? Are they helping them with money laundering? Whatever it is, I don't know. Let's find out if there is a connection between them, or if it's just because it's just that they are simpatico, they like each other or whatever. So that's what I want to know, okay? Because as I've said before, for example, there's a connection here. The Koch brothers are connected to the Tea Party movement, quote unquote, right? So and apparently so are the Russians. So there's a lot of weird parallels that can't be explained. It's like, okay, so that's what I want to know. Okay, if this is going to come out, okay, what is their connection between Koch brothers and the Russians? A, and then B, if they are connected, is Mueller going to find out? Okay, so that's what I want to know. And if Mueller finds out, will they go to jail? What's going to happen to them? Will they suffer any legal consequences? Will it be exposed? What's going to happen? Okay, because obviously they only know, they're like, have the remote control to, they're like, Paul Ryan, like, they have toys. Paul Ryan, Mike Pence, and all those. So essentially what I'm saying is that I don't think the Russians would have succeeded without the help of the Koch brothers, because honestly, the Koch brothers own those toys. Otherwise known as viable politicians, you know what I mean? So this is what I don't understand. Let's see. Let's find out. What is the connection between the Koch brothers and the Russians? By that I don't mean the bad. I mean regular Russian people. I mean the people who went in and quote unquote influenced the election, right? What is the connection between the Koch brothers and the Russians? Will Mueller find out if there's a connection, and will they suffer legal consequences? Okay. Spy. Nice. Nice people. Movie over disappointment. Quiet in the background. Okay. That seems... I feel like, yeah, that makes sense, guys. Okay. Is there a connection between... You know what, let me just do this. I'm not going to give too much information on the cards, but I feel like I need to know this is money. Oh, doc stuff's coming out. Really? What? Let me just kind of talk to you because I like to... Oh, look. Oh, the shady money. Shady man. Shady man. Oh, crazy. Yes, they are crazy. Uh-huh. Oh, look, aggressive. Oh. The fool upside down. Mm-hmm. You are a fool, baby. Yeah. Woo. So dark secrets are coming out about money. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's not good, baby. No, not so good. Not looking good for you. So, guys, look, this is kind of perfect. Like, this is them, right? Like, I think the man, the relatively charismatic person moving on from disappointment, they're crazy. Like, moon upside down, it's like they're insane. And they have money, and they could act in a way as spies, or like they're not who they think they are, or who they say they are. There's like dark secrets coming out. They helped the aggression. They were behind the scenes, and they will come out. They will look like fools. Okay, that's literally what the cards are saying. But let's see here with more cards, because that was a question. My question was that, right? Like what if any is the connection between the Koch brothers and Russia? So I feel like, as you guys know, once Obama became president, they became angry because they are racist. Okay, and they don't like quote unquote socialism, whatever they call it. Anybody who's not creating poverty for others is the enemy. Okay, so like I said, they have these very crazy philosophies, and like they're not good peoples. Oh, I don't think so. Oh look, oh that's interesting. My card fell. Let me just grab it. Okay. Anyway, let me just shuffle again because one fell. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, so what is the connection between the Koch brothers and the Russians, if any, and will it come out? Oh, they love the same value system. Really? Oh no, cutting. Really? It's gonna hurt, baby. Oh, they're part of the tree of right-wingers. The tree of the family. Oh, look, dotard. We love the old white guys. Oh, look, there he is, the loyalists. They have the same value system. What is the reputation in the world? Oh, underneath the clouds, they operate. The network of loyalists. Okay. Secret. Okay, so interesting. Yeah, so yeah, guys, there's a lot. I mean, I want to pull more cards, but I think essentially here, the public reputation of the family and their network. So they created the public reputation of the whole like right wing, ultra right, the fascist right, let's call it what it is, cutting the values, or like, interesting values, people. Cutting sudden exposure. I feel like, guys, it's also like stuff is going to come out about it, okay, because it's like behind the scenes, the clouds. It's like secret twice here, okay, behind the clouds. and secret. So the network of the loyalists in secret. There's all this like shady shadow stuff. Now it's interesting. Let me see another card here. The scythe. Yeah, interesting. Scythe. Ship. Something. I feel like cutting the heart, but also like, not heart attack, but it's almost like if you think about it more symbolically, heartbreak to the good people. Almost like, you know, their function is to kill the values of connect, like good values, right? It's like they're all about making it harder for, they want to kill education. They want to kill anything, as you know, related to civil rights, anything that is like that sort of thing. It's like they come out saying that they're one thing, but they're another, right? They like have these like very clean, PR friendly ways of saying things that are saying their policies are good, but it's all about polluting the environment and everything. It's like, you know, guys, these people are responsible for Scott Pruitt. Let's get real. Scott Pruitt. And this is why I remember I did a reading on him, Scott Pruitt. And people said, is he going to be fired? I was like, no, I don't think he'll be fired because there's very powerful people who support him. They love him. And there it is, boom. Because they're about cutting the values of the people, right? Or stuff good people care about. This is what I think ultimately means, okay? And it's weird because it's like, yeah, it's the values of the conservative. It's also like the values, right? The values of the conservative, the old white guys, like literally, okay? It's like preserving the past. It's like making the past that was already bad worse. You know what I mean? It's like they're all, I can't even get started. This bullshit. Okay. Oh, look, short illness. Really? Oh my God. It's like they want to make us sick. Okay, okay, money. Okay, we know that. Oh, military? Really? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Look, FBI's looking into their shit. Oh my God, look, marriage. They made a deal. Made a deal with the devil. The Justice Department is looking at your money. Oh, main person, usually this, let's see more. Uh-oh, guys, look. The main person usually is let's see, Russia. Okay, oh yeah, I think so, guys. This is also, I think, it's like they made a deal. They have a deal. And the 90 days card here. Oh, look, there's a letter. I'm so sorry. You're going to get a letter, bitch. Oh, no, not that. No. 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 Yeah. Guys, I don't drink. Like I said, I would celebrate. I'll be like, I'm gonna have champagne. If they imagine if they're indicted for what? No. Oh my God, what? Oh no. One more. Look, living room. We have private communications. Okay, so okay. Oh no. One more card here. I want to know something. Oh, work, interesting. Yeah, short illness, occupation. Uh-oh, I got a little letter. For the Koch brothers. Oh no, they're upset. I'm so sorry. Really? Oh look, there's a man. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. What? Oh look, attack. Oh no. You know what? I'm trying to think. Okay, let me put it here because I don't like who's this man? There's a man over here. Who knows that? Oh. Oh no. Oh my God. Look. We got the smoking gun evidence. Smoke. Oh my God, look. Smoking gun evidence. We got the smoking gun evidence that you helped attack this country. We got the smoking gun. Evidence you help the enemies of this country. Yeah. Oh my god, look. Oh no, money? You thought you were gonna get some money? You're not gonna get any money, bitch. We're gonna take it. Oh no, what?
We have strategy. Hello? I'd like to speak to, what's his name? Charles Koch. Koch.
No. So, oh my god, look.
Hello, we have a plan together. We both like fossil fuels. We have old form energy. We'd like to explore Earth. Yes, we'd like to explore, go in, destroy the world. So we can be money. Yes, we're discovering how to be rich. Be rich forever. Yes, we have no soul. We have already sold everything to the devil. Look.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. You're sad. What's the longing? They want to destroy the world. They have to leave. Bitches. Oh no, look, bad communications. Oh no, they got the receipts.
We got
The receipts. Oh, disgraziato, traitore, disgraziato. I fratelli. The brothers, right? I fratelli. Koch. I fratelli. Koch. No, so, look at them. Burning.
your money's burning, bitch.
But if you think about it, guys, okay, this is like literally, if you look at this together, their money is made by burning down everything, right? They're like destroying the environment, okay? Like literally, okay. What?
There are problems with foreign entities.
Oh, yeah. Woo. Oh, yeah. Woo. Guys, okay, I'm getting. Okay, this is what I think. Okay. Let's backtrack the information. I feel like, okay, let's look here. Okay, so they were unhappy with the way the government was going, of course, because, suddenly like women had rights and black people could be presidents. So that was not, something was not working for them. So this is a strategy. So they're very smart. They have a lot of money, right? And I just feel like there is something here where they were upset about how things were going. They had, so Speedy is like the urine for something. So there's here's, I think right now is the negative letter, because this is in a way the enemy. And also militare in this Sibylla means the attacker, or like a person, like imagine that back in those days, let's say you lived in a castle, there's a person there coming for you, like from military, like a strange person from another area attacking you with a gun. So it's essentially, it's like something connects them to, and this guy's, like I said, this is a smoking gun. It's a proof, this letter could also be a document that is proof of their connection to the enemy, because in a way, if you think about it, they've done shady things because they believe, this is a part of longing, which goes very well. We have the moon here. Yeah, the moon upside down. Look. Like the moon is like a person who's crazy. So they're crazy and they have these longings for things that aren't real. So this is a perfect recipe for them, because here's the smoking gun evidence that they did things as a result of them longing for this change. And these things, this is like somebody leaving. And I think this could also mean Trump leaving or something changing, right? Because we have here aggression network connected to Russia who has to leave, and things burn down for them. This is the worst card of Sibylla. So shit happens, hits the fan. And then we have here, I don't want to show everything, but behind the scenes, the loyalists, they made deals with them. The stuff they wanted, they didn't get. They're probably going to lose the money of their fortune. Okay, the payback that they wanted, they spent all the burning the fortune. So here we have the real fools, right? Their secrets here in 90 days, or like they're expecting a letter, probably some sort of indictment. Private communications, again, twice the card of private communications. So there's something about their communications that was exposed that connects them to shady events in or around Russia. Now, guys, this is the thing. as I was doing the reading, I haven't closed my eyes because this is kind of like, in depth. I realized something, which was that, and I was joking around with the accent, that these people, they want, like I said, their whole thing is to lift environmental protection so they can, because their main products come from derivatives of petroleum, right, which is oil. So essentially, they want as many protections lifted as possible. And this is how they connect with the Russians. And I closed my eyes and I was like, yeah, they want the same thing. They want to be able to get the oil. And I don't know if they've met with Putin, but I feel like they're like, yeah, we're on the same boat. We want you to be happy. We're happy. And I feel like they've sold technology to them as well, in terms of like the petroleum. So I feel like actually Putin loves them and feels that they can trust them. Okay, so this is the connection. This is not, because, guys, first, I didn't think about it then, but I was like, I thought they were racist, that's why they love each other. But no, it's because they're in the same business, oil, okay? This is why, okay, ultimately. And because he's so, Charles Koch is so influential around the libertarian community, because you would think, why would somebody like Peter Thiel, who's supposedly interested in the future, care about oil? When he's, for example, he's like so close to Elon Musk, okay, right? Wouldn't somebody like that be more interested in other forms of energy, like, right? No, but it's like, because he's so respected among technology people, this is making more sense now. They're in the same business, okay? So whatever benefits the Russians benefits them, because that means they can get more natural resources, okay? So that's that. Now, I'm going to close my eyes, guys, because I'm thinking, now I understand it better. Why? And as I was putting the cards, I saw these and I see here something related to the government. I mean, maybe just show it quickly so we can get the full story, because the cards are kind of important. When I close my eyes, it's going to be more of a summary, but you can see what's happening. This is a person who's a little crazy, some charisma, or like a king, their reputation in the world, Justice Department, or a judge, strategy. So I feel like there's somebody coming for them, or they're trying to go around, or either act as judges, or they're playing their strategy. Okay, there's all these pictures that are being painted here. Foreign influence, moving on from disappointment, cutting something, the money can't be explained, they're upset. So it's several forces. I feel like like I said, they're disappointed at the way the country's going. There's a foreign influence there. There's a threat that they could lose money for some reason. Maybe it could be taxes, how they don't want to pay taxes. And so they're disappointed again. And here we have, like I said, here's the crazy card, crazy person. They have longings, they're unrealistic, something illegal that happens behind the scenes. Okay, so they're kind of willing to do anything, guys, to make it happen. Okay, this is what I'm getting here. This is why they're dangerous, because they're kind of crazy. Okay, and this is money. So they have, like, on top of it, they have money. They're part of, like, the right-wing family, quote unquote. Here's the FBI, laughing at them. This is a man. What man? This is like the militare, meaning, what's interesting, guys? Twice, look, I didn't think about it. They have twice the militare card here. First, because the difference between the Sibila Militare and this one is that in Kipper, the military person is like the official card, okay? Usually also. Instability is a little bit more sinister in the sense that it's like about attacks and enemies. So I feel like because they have the FBI on their tail, they're willing to connect with, or the FBI is on their tail because of their connection to the foreign attacks in a way or another. Okay, so it's almost like there's two parts of it, like the actual law enforcement is behind it, and also the enemies are connected to them. And then we have, this is a card of like a spy or a gossip or a person who's fake their values, right? Short illness, I mean, they're like 100 years old, I don't know, but like this is somebody who can't do something. They're stuck. There's something being done against them. They can't move. Their work, related to their work, and there's a letter. I feel like they got some sort of subpoena, something now, right now. Dark secrets coming out about Dotard or one of them, because they're like old white guys or whatever, from a long time ago, and there's smoking gun evidence. What? No. And then the future is bad, like there's like aggression, like bullying, right? from their network. Okay, this could also be like social media and stuff. Okay, oh guys, this is it. One thing that it's like there's so many threads. It's like I could spend all day like doing readings and it still wouldn't be enough. So okay, so one thing to think of this. Do you remember the story about the Obama officials who drafted the Iran deal, and there was like all these like Israeli firm, Black Cube or something? There's a guy in the White House named Mike Roman, Roman. He was fired a week before the article came out. And what was his job before the White House? He worked with Don McGahn in the Koch Industries, and his job was to research, was an Oppo researcher. So this reminds me of this, a covert aggression in the network would also be the internet. So it's like, I'm just saying, like, stuff also related to Russia, okay? So it's like there could be a connection there in that way too. Somebody needing to leave and disgrazia. So they're carefully, like, paid for images could be effective, because this is like in the background, loyalist, made a deal. They were looking for a prize, and not going to come, or they're going to lose money. And this is their fortune. So this is their fortune. And we have here fool, meaning they made huge mistakes, secrets. In 90 days, something's going to come out, maybe a letter, indictment of some sort. There's like twice proof of shady interpersonal communications that give proof of something. What is it? Connection to the foreign power. So that's just the cards. There's a lot of information, guys. So let me close my eyes now. Okay, so what is the connection here? What is the deal? Oh, they have showing guys again. You know, they were wearing robes. I don't know if it's a KKK, some sort of like secret society. Oh, and this is the same place that DeVos is there. She's there too, and maybe Erik. I don't know. Sounds crazy, guys, but that's what I feel like. This is it. Like, but this time they're wearing something green. You know, the other time Betsy that I saw something like this, Betsy DeVos and Erik, they had like it was like a cross that was like, what is it called? It wasn't a Celtic. It was a cross that had a circle on top of it with a robe like that. Okay, but here there was like an emblem here. But this guy, he's wearing something green, like he was wearing a robe and also something green. I don't know what this means. Maybe it's like some sort of it could be just a religious symbol. But I see that guy Charles wearing this white robe with something green, like you know, priests wear something green. But anyway, there he is, and I feel like he's, you know, they have this like connection. They want to be ultra conservative. They have this like crazy like Christian thing. I don't even think like Christian, but more like, we think we're like the superpowers, would deserve everything. And I feel like they've already decided that Russia is their friend, because it's like ultra white and ultra right and everything. They have like dictatorship. And it's showing here, guys, that their concept of dictatorship is that they are crazy, right? They're like narcissistic, right? They like think that they're like the best. So that's why they love each other. They all connect. I feel like there's some banks, foreign banks, yeah. And it's showing here Bank of Cyprus. Like, I think they launder money in a way that is barely legal. Like, just like all these like different things, just different entities. Yeah, and I think they just have a lot of different interests. But I feel like there's something about their foundation, the personal money. There's like a lot of like how they finance things. It's just a travel, again, guys, this idea of the money, like the global money, something traveling, money traveling. There's something there where I think some of their accounts could be confiscated. This is why, guys. Because this is why. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, it's crazy. I feel like this is what I'm getting, guys. I'm getting they have the same, I don't know if it's true, but like they have the same account in the bank. Like they're in the same bank as some of the Russian guys are. Like maybe, I don't know if it's Bank of Cyprus somewhere. So what they do is that they transfer the money into their account, and then they transfer to the U.S. But since they are the U.S. citizens, nobody knows. Like it's hard to track or something. But I think maybe this is how they help. They help bring foreign money in, even though they don't need to. Even though their business, it may be shady, but is perfectly legal in terms of their business. It's just that their personal politics and their personal the way that they want to influence politics in America is such that they make it easier for them. They help the Russians, actually. This is what I'm getting. And so how I understand it, like they help the flow of cash almost like by this sounds crazy, guys. You shouldn't take all this stuff that I'm saying super seriously, because I'm like, whoa, what the hell? But it's almost like they help, they could create accounts that help them funnel the money. It's almost like they see it as like nonprofit work. They see it as like, I'm doing them a favor. I'm going to change this country into like, so it's like they facilitate the money coming into the U.S. And this is how I think Mueller gets them. Okay, they want to understand how come the money from the Russians was transferred into one of their accounts, and this is how they understand the scheme of like you letting foreign money into the U.S. This is why. Okay, this is it. Okay, this is it. And I think again, because these guys are crazy. They're like showing guys, he's crazy. Okay, they're crazy. So they want to change the laws because they feel like, we deserve, we want everything. And the Russians are their allies in that way. So, wow, it's crazy. I'm like, thank you, spirits, for this information. And I think there's going to be a lot of unmasking, like I said. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like they're going to have to testify and like, it's just going to be, you know what it is, guys, I'm getting? It's going to be an exposure of the entire political fundraising system and how the foreign money, the whole law of, what was it, Citizens United, whatever it was. It's going to be a whole exposure of how this led to this. Okay, how the Americans connected to these foreign people because they wanted to do things in their country that they couldn't do because of the laws. Like, right? Because of course Putin could do whatever he wants in Russia because it's his country, right? Like he owns it literally. So they wanted the same here. And this is why they were like, kind of like, the whole thing here, the Suspiri, like they're like longing, it could happen. But it was a mistake. It shows here they made a mistake and it's going to come out. So who knows, guys? This is almost like one of the most far out kind of readings. Because it seems like, why would people, like, they have so much to lose, why would they do it? Exactly because they're crazy. Like, because a lot of times, guys, people are successful because they're crazy, right? They have vision. But sometimes the vision goes too far. Okay, they have no checks and balances. So, like, that's what it was like in this case. Okay, I'm going to have to get my jacket a little cold, but it has air conditioning and stuff. But anyway, so I'm going to stop here, guys. This was interesting. Okay, bye.